All right, welcome to another The Last Starship live stream. We are streaming the Alpha 12 build, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Tonight we are going to try to finish the new stories. So we have a new story for the Trouble with Tiddlets, and we have a new story for this Stargate project. So those are the two that we're kind of working on right now. Let's do a quick check-in on our ships, make sure there's nothing we need to sell. I think we're okay there. Are these off? Actually, we still need how many isotopes? Let's go ahead and sell those and see where we're at. Alright, we can sell 44. How many do we need? Actuators, resin. For 97, so we need 3 more. Okay, we'll go ahead and make a couple jumps and finish that. We'll check our fuel ship. We're doing okay there. We'll check our foundry, which is actually just banging out Stargate actuators. So how many of those do we have? Let's sell another 25 of those. There we go. Pay what's his face. Okay, so manufacture actuator we got going. Stargate resin is about what we're going to do next. Manufacture stable isotopes. So let's go ahead and we're going to make the jump down to the system that has the hull in it that we need to buy. Alright, let's say hello both the bots. Make sure they are ready to go. DG, Stream Elements, both welcome to the chat. Alright. So, down here, buy the gas capture fuselage. This jump will also give us some isotopes. We can see the Stargate in the process back there being built. Now, we're still in Alpha 12, so we're not going to be able to finish it. But we should be able to get through the story. Okay, let's see. Gas collector, I believe, is the pre-built ship that they want us to buy. So let's take a look at it. It's got, looks like a crew of 4. It's got 2 reactors, 2 engines, an oxygen tank, a fuel tank, an air duct. It does not have CO2, so we might have to do with that. Front docking port, a little bit different in style there. Let's check the habitation deck. It's got plenty of space there. So what we're going to have to build is the Stargate resin. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Let's pause here. Before we get too far, we need to solve this. Let's see what happens here. Can I go to 0.5? Gas collection is a slow process. Our aim should be to place this vessel within the dense Metreon nebula, slowly absorbing the gas and refining it over time. Once we're in the nebula, we won't be able to easily upgrade the ship, so we want to set it up as... Okay, so this is interesting in that while that might be normally true, our map happens to have a shipyard in the nebula. So basically, if you were out here, you'd have to bring the ship back, update it, and bring it back and forth. We'll be able to do both. Easily upgrade the ship, so we wanted to set it up with as much in advance. Because it doesn't even have an FTL drive, I don't think. And we might not put one in. We might actually create this as a... okay, they do have suits. That's what we're going to do next. We might create this as a... you have to jump it with another ship type of thing, so... okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and tell them to put their suits on so they don't die of carbon dioxide poisoning. And then we'll get through the story, we'll fix that issue, and then we'll figure out what we need to do next. I'll send over some more seed money, and you can outfit the ship as you see best. The process of making Stargate resin starts with gas collecting, bringing in the Metreon gas. Then pipe that to refinery to produce refined Metreon, then into a chemical lab where the Stargate resin can be... Okay, so this is a pretty straightforward process pipeline here. We'll get the gas, we'll refine it, and then you make it. So I'm thinking in our fuel ship, if we look at it, we've got 2 gas collectors, actually 4 gas collectors that are feeding 8 refineries. So a gas collector can feed 2 refineries. So I think we could do a gas collector, 2 refineries, and a chem lab. Or if we want to double that, 2 gas collectors, 4 refineries, and a chem lab. We'll look at the numbers once we bring this up, but I think that will actually work. Okay, gas collector. I am pausing just to kind of give my people a break while we investigate this kind of stuff. But now that they're suited up, they shouldn't die of CO2. In 2 streams ago, when we were setting up our ship, I did bring this up, that we went ahead and... Actually, when we set up the station, we went ahead and put the CO2 scrubber in right away. And this is why, right? The CO2 has probably been building up on this because we didn't buy it right away. So we are at a dangerous level here. So, okay. You'll need all the equipment to get started. I'd recommend collectors, refineries, and factories. 4 each at least. You'll want storage tanks to buffer the intermediate products and an upgrade to the power grid. You may need to shop around a bit if the local trade post doesn't have everything you need. Once the ship is ready, pair it with one of your FTL capable vessels and jump. So it's teaching you how to do this thing as well. Transport to the gas collector. Begin. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some shopping here. Alright, so let's just grab all the medium tanks. We'll get the CO2 scrubber. Let's build 2. We'll get 2 gas collectors. Let's see. I don't know that we're going to need more reactors. We'll see. Let's put 2 batteries in it. Let's grab a couple loaders. Don't think we need to worry about that. We got the scrubber. Let's get the... We'll put a water system in as well. I think that's just a good idea. So that, and that. Get the air reprocessor. Let's get some food. We got 4. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 200 a person. Water. We got plenty of water, plenty of oxygen. Don't need to worry about that. Alright, we got our 2 gas collectors. Get our 3 refineries. 2 chem labs. So we need probably 1 more refinery, although we'll try this with 3. We'll see how it does. Can always get another one later. Don't need a robot arms or track for this because this is all done with piping. Alright. I think this will work. Okay. What do we have? Okay, we got space for cargo here. Let's go ahead and add... two spots of equipment storage. We got food and water storage there. Where's the habitation deck? Let's dismantle that. And then we're going to... Are we at a... We are at a shipyard. Cool. So we're going to move the habitation deck. Let's see, habitation. Let's not erase it yet. Let's build it first. Alright, so we'll keep kind of this shape. I think this shape works. So let's build there. And then back to there. And then if we look at... I kind of want to build the whole front out as habitation. That's what I'm thinking. So let's try that. Let's just go to, where's the wall? The wall is 1, 2, 3 blocks on the flat. So 1, 2, 3 blocks on the flat. Let's convert that to habitation. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but we'll fix it. And then we'll take this out. Alright, now let's see. Will there be a better way to... What if we make them look like that? How will that look? Let's try. Let's try blocks of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, what's that look like? Not too bad. I think we could extend those a little bit, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and extend this to 4. I'll extend this. Okay, that doesn't look bad. One window looks like a single cabin. What about, can we do 3? I think this kind of puts the vent in. Kind of like the window better. Actually, if we take this out, there we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now can we add 4, 5, 6? Well, that puts 3 windows in because it doesn't have the bigger back curve. Okay, so let's do a... There we go. Liking that. And then actually, if we just chop this front section off. I think that works. It's a nice little habitation deck. Okay. So now what we'll need to do is 2 things. We need to put our... Alright, let's go ahead and get stuff going here again. We'll put our ladder in up here. We'll put our water system in up here. I'm going to go ahead and probably remove this system. So let's take that out. And we'll rebuild that up here. Let's go ahead and put in... I'm going to kill all this storage. For right now, we're just going to put any cargo back here. Any equipment back here. And then we'll figure the rest out as we go. Alright, so let's install our ladder. We'll put the ladder there. And then let's make... We'll make the top air. So let's get our air duct. Let's see if we can just wedge this in. Air duct in a medium tank. We'll put a battery in. How big are the batteries? 1, 2, 3. Oh, they already have one battery. Let's go ahead and match that. I like that. Okay. CO2 scrubbers are our next pieces of equipment. Actually, we need the air reprocessor in there. So air reprocessor will go here. So then we will, that's 1, 2, 3. We'll CO2 scrubber here. We might need a small tank. Let's get a small tank. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and speed things up here a little bit. We're making them walk a long ways to store equipment, but... Okay, what do we got? Our air reprocessor. Which we'll put in right here. And then our small tank we'll put in here. We're going to dismantle that guy. Let's start working on some power. Can we bring power? Yeah, I don't like it to stick out the hull like that. So let's just bring power across here. We'll T in there. Then we'll bring power back. Don't know why. I just like to run my power lines inside the walls. So power to that, and this one will probably go there, I would guess, once they get that built. Okay, well that's working. We can go ahead and start working on our water system. Alright, where did I put my habitation deck? So I have... wish there were hotkeys for these. I'm gonna set, okay, we should be able to sewer pipe basically right there, I think. I think that'll fit. And then... waste treatment. Can go there. Let's small tank out of waste treatment to there. And then we will do a water purifier. So that's sewage. So we need a medium tank. Let's put a medium, maybe another small tank. Let's see what fits. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we need another small tank. Alright, we'll get that in place. Let's go ahead and work on this while we're waiting for that. CO2 scrubber. I want that there. So CO2. We'll put CO2 along the bottom. Okay, let's start piping this up. So oxygen to oxygen. That's all CO2. Once we cable this up, we should start to see the CO2 drop. Okay, so over here we need I think a small tank. And then our water purifier. And then a medium tank. Alright, let's pipe this up, see if it works. So this will go to... Okay, we don't have a sewage overflow tank, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're not going to create a lot of sewage in this system. Actually, no, we do. One of these two can be sewage. Okay. That one will be sewage. That one will be wastewater. And then this one will be water. That'll work. Alright, let's fire this up. Okay, so sewage will go into there. Waste treatment, wastewater, purified water, water into that. Alright, the last thing we need is... We have 2 loaders. Trying to get 2 more loaders. Put a loader in. Didn't really leave myself room here. This will be a temporary loader anyway, though. So we'll just put it right there. Pipe in water. Pipe in oxygen. Okay, so now you can see our CO2 is dropping. CO2 scrubber is doing its job. It's filling this tank up. The air reprocessor is taking that CO2, making it into oxygen. So all that oxygen in there has just been reclaimed. Okay, life support is looking good. Once this drops to non-lethal levels, what's it say we're at right now? 14. We still have a warning. So it's 13% fatal. Alright, so this one's slowly draining this tank, and then we'll reclaim this. Probably set this up for fuel back here. So let's start putting in our infrastructure now. Okay, so we are going to need a gas collector. We'll put in 2 medium tanks. I'm thinking, let's make a little modification here. Let's take that out. Draw. No, take all that away. There we go. There we go. Alright, now let's install our gas collectors, but now we can put them there and there. Get our refineries. There. Actually, no, we want tanks first. And we'll put our refineries in. Let's see if they've restocked another refinery. Not yet. Alright, we can go get one if we have to. Alright, then we want to install more medium tanks. And then we will... Actually, we can put them back here. Chem lab and chem lab. Alright. Alright, so we want this to be Refined Metreon. Refined Metreon. Refined Metreon. We'll cable these up. Power to you, power to you, power to you, power to you. I will eventually need power. Let's run this to here. And just for completeness. Alright. We are collecting gas. We're not going to worry too much about the rate quite yet. Okay. So we want all of our refined Metreon. Will come in there. Then that flows into there. There we go. And then we need to turn on our chem labs. And we want to make Stargate resin. Stargate resin. So these want refined Metreon. Now I may need 2 more loaders, I'm going to guess. Because notice there's no... Nope, this is actually going to create the bottles themselves. So we don't need loaders. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come up here. And we're going to set this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. That's a block of 25. How much of this do we need? 250. Okay, so we're not collecting enough gas. So now what we're going to want to do here. Where is our fuel ship? So we put our fuel ship in a really, really good spot. So since we've already pre-scouted that, we'll just take this ship out there. And just park it right next to it. So now what we should see is now we're collecting at 9.8. What's our fuel ship doing? It was in the 10s earlier. It might have gone down. Maybe we've sucked gas out. Yeah, it's 9.7. That's all right. So now, yeah, see now our gas collectors are outpacing our refineries. Our refineries are slightly outpacing our chem lab, but this is pretty efficient. That seems to be outpacing pretty good. So let's see if we've got another refinery available yet. We don't, but here's what we're going to do. We'll just jump over to our cruiser. We will make a ridiculously long jump for no apparent reason. What's the longest jump we can make? Let's go to that one. So it's the same price, right? It costs us one FTL charge, but the longer jump will fill these tanks up with more. So, okay, let's see. We need to get a refinery. Let's see. Let's jump for no apparent reason to here. We are going to have to put back up. Actually, you know what? We'll just buy FTL charges right now. We can make them, but right now we're using all of our isotopes to create the stable isotopes for the Stargate project. So we'll just buy ourselves some FTL charges. Actually, while we're here... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, we could sell some of the... what you call it. Or have we created enough? Okay, I think we've created enough. So let's go ahead and shut this down. Okay. Let's turn one of these into a loader. And then stop it. Keep that as an unloader. Alright, let's go ahead and jump back here. We'll drop off this refinery. And then we'll go look at Tiddlets and let these workhorse ships do their job. One of the things that I've heard requested by some players is the ability to transfer, like you can transfer items via the docking port. It would be nice to be able to transfer gases or anything that's in a pipe through the, like a docking port or something, like a, you could just pipe it directly in, which would be kind of cool. Glad there's no collision. Probably would have been quicker just to sell this and then transfer it, but we'll do this the right way. Docked up. We go to Fleet Logistics. And we are going to transfer one refinery. So we should see our little dude. Go grab it. Take it to the docking bay. And then it should appear over here. There it is. And then now we can install it here. And then let's see, we need a cable out a little farther, but I think our pipes are good. And refined Metreon gas. Okay. This is up and running. So now one thing, you notice there's a detach all here and an undock here. This was the docking vessel. You can still undock on either one. But just be aware of that. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and we're going to want some... Actually, no, I don't think we need it. But let's check our storage on gas collector here. So we've got storage here in the back. We're going to go ahead and just add some general cargo storage. That way, if we fill this up, it'll be fine. And then we'll just keep an eye on this. Okay, let's check our actuator progress. Still pumped, still pumped. Still building, still building. Alright, how many have we built? 210. So let's sell some of these just to clear our inventory. Looks like we can sell, let's sell 50. I like to work in multiples of 25. Pay our partner. Alright, so while those are now busy doing their work, we can go ahead and, because they're separate ships, we can go do the next step of Trouble with Tiddlets. So this should be brand new. At least brand new for Alpha 12. I'm wondering how similar it'll be to previous Alpha. Because it was a longer thing in the, at least in the survival version of the game that it used to be. So I really should pull the mining lasers off of this. Actually, I need to build a mining ship. That's really what we should do. But all right, let's see what he has to say. Welcome back, Captain. I must say, the corridors at the Institute have been alive with excitement over the wondrous new life form. My paper has already been provisionally accepted into all the top nature journals, which makes me... Oh, we got Tiddlets, so proud. The word on the grapevine is that the Nobel Prize Committee may be looking at our work. Oh, they're in little boxes. Boxed Tiddlets. So that's what goes into this storage. Interesting. Exactly. So we must continue this important research. We have a great deal of data already, but we need to take some more measurements and refine some of our estimates. We are particularly interested in the reproductive process. We're going to send you a batch of top-and-berry Tiddlets, and we want to run a series of tests to them under hyperspace conditions. We are also sending you a pair of specially modified science stations with sensor attuned to their telepathic reproductive process. I wrote the firmware myself. We will be able to see deep into their minds with their magical process takes place. Got the Tiddlets, got the sensor station. We need to take the Tiddlets on a series of specific hyperspace jumps, which will be recording the effect of the reproductive process and on their physiology. All well, most of these experiments can be done hopefully without any harm coming to the creatures. We need to zero in on exactly how long the Tiddlets can survive in hyperspace. This will regrettably require you to jump beyond the safe distance and to record the effect on their telepathic process. Some of the Tiddlets may be lost in the process of this experiment. Those will make me quite uncomfortable. I gave you 200 of them, but with your permission we can begin to install the new sensors first, Captain, and be sure to stock up on FTL fuel. If you'll need 3 or 4 jumps, ought to be enough. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take down our mining operation on this ship. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I do, actually. Let's leave that for now. Install telepathic stations. Can I put these anywhere? Can I rotate them? I can. Well, I'm thinking we should put them right up here by the Tiddlets. So let's put one there and one I'm just putting both there. That way they'll be on the power line. I don't have to run new power. Alright, let's see. 8 Tiddlets on board. 0 dead Tiddlets on board. Install sensor stations. Done and done. Let's start simple. A couple of medium range hops should do the trick. Do you have... You are here. Okay. I guess anywhere in the green. Oh, what ship is that? Oh, that's a cool looking ship. He's doing a power slide. Oh, the dock back between the engines. Fully armored, that's all weapons too. That ship's got some grunt. What is it? So that's all ammo. Yeah, that thing's built for combat for sure. Engines are a little exposed. That would worry me a little bit. 1, 2. 3, yeah, 6 thrusters, although with a ship this size, that's probably fine. Notice the people are wearing spacesuits. They haven't left space for oxygen, but you can get away with that. You can just run in spacesuits. So. Alright, and then that's Artemis's ship. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the jump. Did they reproduce? They did. Excellent. The sensor is working nicely and we are receiving science packets. Let's do one more medium range hop to gather more data. Not sure how I feel about my awesome ship just being used as a guinea pig, but... "27 Tiddlets so far. This will all working very well, Captain. Now on to the real science. We'd like to see the effect of a very short hop. We want to know if there is a minimum hyperspace distance below which the reproductive process simply does not occur. Make the jump and let's see how they do." Alright, well the only one that we can do is into hostiles, and we're not going to do that. So I think if we jump to here, these two will be close enough. So we'll do that. I don't mind making the jumps because we're collecting isotopes. So. Ooh, that's right on the edge. We'll see if it works. If not, maybe these two might work. Let's see if this counts. We're going to make a modification to our ship. Okay, that did not count. Okay, those two are close enough. I think those two will be close enough. So what I like to do sometimes is, while it doesn't make a huge difference, if we put in a second FTL drive, one will always be essentially charged and ready to go. Alright, so if we watch here, so now that one's ramping up. This one's the one, we're going to use one, but if we want to turn around and make a quick jump, so we'll jump to here. Right, so that's going to use one of these. So now while that one's recharging, I'm ready to make a jump. So as soon as we're in alignment, they haven't even put fuel in this one yet, right? Like that one's recharging now. I can jump off the other drive. So having two is overkill. But if you want to make a series of quick jumps like we're doing, it can give you a little bit of an advantage. So if you've got the money, we got 7 million right now. It's not that big of a deal. 231 Tiddlets now on board. Fascinating, Captain. It appears the Tiddlet reproductive process occurs even in incredibly short hyperspace distances. How do they find the time? I'll hand you over to my colleague for the final experiment. Yeah, he's going to kill him. The professor has asked me to oversee this phase of the experiment. I need to make a long-range jump beyond the safe Tiddlet distance. We need to know how it happens to them under the effects of hyperspace shock, and this will also help us calculate that safe distance more accurately. Gain into position to make the long jump. Alright. So we can keep this relatively in our little cycle here. Okay, while that's preparing, let's go ahead and check in on our other stuff here. Alright, looks like we have 50 resin. So let's go ahead and sell off 50. Let's check in on the fuel ship. Let's sell off all of our fuel. And let's check in on the foundry. And we should be able to sell off 25 actuators. And we'll give you your cut. Alright. Let's make the jump. Alright, this is going to be bad. They've all died. Did they die before? Oh. Does my CO2 go up when that happens? We lost... I don't know what percentage there. 30 of the Tiddlets appear to have perished. Such a horrible thing to witness. We can't allow this sort of crime to be done again, Doctor. It's so unethical. Just the telepathic mating ritual does begin during the longer jump, but the telepathic energy induced between them produces so much heat at their core that they ultimately catch fire and burn out from the inside. What that must feel like. There's something else. There's a reading showing up on the sensors deep inside the core of the dead Tiddlets. Bring them all back to me, Captain. I think we've done enough for today. Alright, where's the Institute? Oh, cool. Since we stayed in the general area, now we don't have to make multiple jumps. Well, could you put them in the freezer and then jump? Would that keep them alive? Keep their body temperature down? Here come the babies. Oh, that's going to take a while. All right. Let's deliver the Tiddlets. So now my crew has to move every single one of those Tiddlets. So what do we have? 412 and 38. So about 450 actually. This is going to be... Well, they got the boxed ones first. Alright, well that's going to run for a while. Do we build ourselves a mining ship while this is taking place? I think we might. Let's see, are we at a shipyard? We are not, so we can't do it here anyway. Never mind. Actually, we can do it at one of these spots, though. Yeah, we can build it here. Alright, what's available? What's available to buy? Oh, JMC Mining Station. Is that already built out? No, but that's similar to the one we have. We could do it just with the new ship. What's this one? 1.7 million. Oh, what's this guy? 4.5 million. It's got tons of reactors. Oh, it's a combat ship. Gatling guns, rail guns. Yeah, not going to worry about that. 2.5 million. Let's just go from scratch. We can build just a pretty simple mining ship out of this. We'll make it a little bit bigger, but... Or I guess we could just... Oh, let's see. We could use an existing ship. A lot of these are ones I've built for different tests and things like that. I don't know if I have anything that is a... That's just a diamond hull. Johnny Struggles, definitely a channel to check out if you want to watch the last Starship content. He builds a lot of cool stuff. He just did a video about, he built a custom object that allows pipes to cross. Kinda. I have another idea that I want to try out on that. I'm not sure if we'll do it in stream tonight, but I'll probably make a video over it. Oh, Mighty Miner. What's that look like? If that's already pre-built, nah. Just looking at the image, though, I kind of want to build one with some automation. Alright, let's go back up into the default ships. Actually, that's player made. Where are the built-in ones? Here they are. These are the ones that are... I think these are the ones that are introversion software ships. Scavenger's interesting. Cargo ship. I'm not seeing anything I really like. I want to keep this relatively simple, but have the ability to run track to automate a good chunk of it. Alright, well, let's check in on our progress on our other things here. They're still working. They're still working. They're still working. Let's go ahead and just to help our guys here a little bit, we'll just... no, never mind. I could potentially mess this up, and I don't want to do that. So we'll just let it work as is. So I'm trying to debate on how crazy I want to get on the automation side of this, right? Like, we can build a mining ship pretty simple. You need mining lasers, power, and drones. Then you want to smelt, but the question is, do we actually want to smelt? So maybe just creating a mining ship and letting the smelting happen over here would be better. So let's do that. Let's go simple. That way we don't have to do tons of automation, and we can also make a pretty small ship that way. I kind of just want a simple little... We might just start with the box, the new ship box. That might be the way to go. Yeah, let's do that. So we have this one for sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't quite get 3 drone bays in there, but you can get 2. You can get a single engine, quite a bit of power, not a lot of storage. So we can expand this hull. So let's go ahead and buy this. And the first thing we're going to do is just make this thing bigger. I don't think it needs to be much wider, but let's, or much longer. But let's go ahead and, oh, it's not centered either. That's interesting. Okay, let's take that out. Let's make the core of it 16 wide. And we'll get this ship more centered here. Okay. So if we build that out, it's just a block. That'll give us a symmetrical ship. Alright, then we're just going to turn everything into just open space. Okay, let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can thruster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, probably a single engine in the back. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this. We'll turn that back section into basically engineering. So engines, reactors, engine, reactor, fuel, stuff like that. Oh, we're still in symmetrical mode. That's all right. Toggle that back off. We can get 4 lasers in the front, 4 reactors. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Actually, that would work, except then we wouldn't have an engine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That does leave us a central corridor. We need the docking port. Actually, I can put another docking port in. I want this to be cargo. I think we'll put drone bay. So 2 drone bays, lasers in the front. Actually, if we put lasers there, I could put power in the front. 1, 2, 3. You have to make that one bigger to pull that off. So mining lasers, reactors. I think I'm still going to put the reactors in the back. Can I? Yeah, I can put a docking port in. So let's put that right on the center axis of the ship, which is right there. And then can I take this one out? I don't think so. Oops. Alright, well this one we might just have to take out manually. Okay, so engine room, let's put in a wall here. Make this habitation, so water, sewer, stuff like that, which is basically where our habitation deck is. That's on the first angle and the first angle. Okay, so yeah, the habitation deck sits right on top of there. That works. I like it. Let's add, not that we need the extra space, but I just think it will look cool. If we go in 1, 2, there we go. That'll be our habitation deck. Okay. Engine, fuel. Actually, reactor. We could make that a little bigger. I don't know. Actually, no, 4 reactors, engine in the center. That'll work. Put all of our life support in there. Be our main docking bay. Lasers in the front. We'll put our, probably our, what you call them, drone bays in here somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and get started building this. All right, so we are going to grab 2 crew, 2 space suits. We'll get them on board. Okay, let's see if we completed something. Stargate actuators. Okay, let's go clean this up first, though. I don't want to create too many of those if we're done. So let's go ahead and shut that down and shut that down. We have 51. How many more does the project need? 25. It only needs 25. Okay. I don't think we need them for any other phase. All right, so let's do it. We're going to do an experiment here. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this whole system down because I don't want it building stuff extra. Okay, let's go ahead and sell our 25. He's going to want his cut, so we'll pay his cut. Once that's done, we'll sell the rest and see if he still takes a cut or not. Okay, how's the gas collector doing? What are we up to? We're up to 90. Got another 25 we can sell, though. Yeah, I'm aware. We're low on food. Alright, we'll sell 25. Let's get back to our new ship. Oh, crap, that took off. Okay, I was going to try to catch that before that happened, but that's okay. Alright. Get 3 reactors. 4 batteries. Grab the tanks. Grab loaders. We're going to need fuel. We'll get a single engine. 4 thrusters. Don't need an FTL drive. Get all the small tanks. Air duct, CO2. Sewage, waste treatment, water. Air reprocessor. Don't need defense. We want all the mining lasers. 2 drone bays. We're not going to smelt on this ship. We're just going to make it pure mining. Let's see. Short robot arms. 2 to load drones. 4 to unload. We're going to have to get more track. Alright, we'll take all the drones for now. What are we up to? Almost 2 million already. Alright, science we don't need. Resources. Let's see. That's 500 for each of you. 500 for each of you. 500 for each of you. Alright, let's confirm that. And then for right now, we are just going to create... Hey, Scott, how you doing? 1 big giant cargo hold there. And 1 big giant equipment hold there. So this is called The Last Starship. It's an early access game. It's in Alpha 12. We did 2 playthroughs a few weeks back. So Alpha 12 dropped last week, so we're going ahead and trying out some of the new stuff. Where we're at right now is we're playing through the stories. So I've got this ship is my production ship. It's building stuff to create this Stargate, so Stargate actuators. I've got this ship who's out there collecting gas, taking that gas, refining it into refined Metreon, and then turning that into Stargate resin. And then I've got this ship, which also collects gas. It's refining that into Metreon, which is turning that into fuel, which I'm storing back here. And then I sell off the fuel. And then I got my main ship that's kind of, right now they're unloading these little creatures that we did a story mission on just a few moments ago. And And then this ship we're building right now is brand new. So you're going to see me kind of lay out a ship here. Because this ship is going to become our mining ship. So I still owe him money. There you go. Alright, so we're going to wait for that shuttle to come back. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dismantle that docking port. So now they've delivered a whole bunch of equipment, right? So this ship is essentially sitting here empty. Oh, we're getting pinged by... Okay, this is the Stargate guy. So we're on the Stargate mission. So we just need the resin. Excellent work, Captain. On time and to specification as usual. The Andromeda Project have enough of that item now, so you may as well stop production and save the energy and materials. Okay, so the experiment we wanted to do, let's go to our foundry now. Because we have extras of these. So if I sell these now... they're still in there, right? Yeah, Stargate actuators. I think they're just not at the top anymore because it's not... Yep. We're going to need the motors and frames and stuff, so we'll keep that. But if we sell these, he shouldn't take a cut. Oh, I think he still wants this cut. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, back to this ship. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of visual appeal to it. We'll just round off those corners a little bit. Okay. So, first thing we need to do, let's just get some stuff out of the way. So we're going to center mount our engine back here. We're going to put in our reactors, which we only have 3 of them right now. We'll buy a 4th. Yeah, that's fine. Mining lasers. We'll load these up front. Let's see, our drone bays. Let's put 1, 2, 3. Alright, we can put a thruster in there, thruster in there, thruster in there, and a thruster in there. Alright, that should be the Tiddlets mission finishing up. We've made another interesting discovery. Our sensors were correct, and it appears some type of tiny crystal has been formed in the core of several of the dead creatures, almost like a small diamond. It must have formed in the final moments of their life. All that telepathic energy focused into a lethal feedback loop. Our lab tells us the crystals aren't like anything they've ever seen before. Let's get the remaining samples in for analysis. Thank you, Captain. So I think we're about to have I almost call it a dilemma, but we are definitely going to get a decision that's going to have to happen here. And that will be, do you want to harvest them for their crystals? Or do you want to keep them alive? I can see that coming, so. Alright, let's put our fuel tanks in. How are they doing on oxygen in their suits? They're doing okay. Okay, let's start working on our... Actually, we need to buy a couple of doors. And do they have another reactor yet? Not yet. Okay. Alright, so let's start building out our oxygen. Let's get that up and running. So we need our air duct. Let's put that in. Actually, let's go the other way. Let's go CO2 scrubber first. Small tank for CO2. air reprocessor. Where's our air reprocessor? Let's see, where do I want to put it? Let's go ahead and put it back here. Actually, let's put it there. And then we want our air duct. CO2 stores. Okay, we'll put our air duct in here. And let's stick with the small tank. I don't like where this is at, so let's move that. Okay, so CO2 will pipe into the small tank. Oxygen will pipe into the small tank. I like those two. Let's reposition the air reprocessor, though. How many loaders did I buy? Can I get any more loaders? No, but we can put in just a... We'll put a fuel loader in. Let's go symmetrical. Okay. Let's get our air reprocessor in where I want it. That wouldn't be bad. Actually, that'll work. Actually, let's put it back one. Because then if I want to add another oxygen tank there, another CO2 tank there, I can. Alright, so we'll pipe oxygen, CO2. We need to get our fuel loaders installed. Alright, let's pipe those in. Alright, fuel to our reactor, fuel to our reactor, fuel to our reactor, and future reactor. Alright, power. Let's get the power grid up and running. This is the one thing I don't like about these kind of corners. It makes for a weird... I just don't like the cable sticking out the side is all. It's personal aesthetic. It's not anything. Same thing here, right? Like I can't run it there. It doesn't hurt anything. It works, but I just don't like it. So we'll just run it down that inside line. Actually, that'll work all the way down to here. We'll run it back over. There we go. Power that up. Power up that. Power up that. Mining lasers are powering up. Fuel's loading in. We need to power that. Okay, so we should see our atmosphere kick in here in a minute. Put our two doors in. Oh, we need an oxygen loader. Alright, for now, we'll just put the oxygen loader right there. And add it to the system. Alright, let's get our fuel in. Alright, it's atmosphere. Alright, so we can see the atmosphere filling up that room. And then we get the spillage into the other two rooms through the vents. Alright, let's go ahead and install our water system. Have we even created any sewage yet? Yeah, look at all that sewage. 40 sewage. That's not that much. I don't think there's any limit on the sewage, actually. Okay, this will take up more space, though. So let's go small tank for sewage. Waste treatment. Small tank for wastewater. Actually, that'll give us room if we dismantle that. Get another small tank. Oh, there's a reactor available. We'll grab a reactor. Are there loaders now? Not yet. Okay, small tank there. So water treatment we can put in there. Small tank we can put in there. Then our sewage pipe should fit there. It will not. We need it to be... So it's there. Does it show me where it pokes through? It doesn't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs to be 5 up or 1 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, or 1, 2, 3, and 1 over. 1, 2, 3, and 1 over. That'll work. We'll just swap these two around. If we put our small tank here and our sewage pipe here, I think that will be in the right spot. Yep, that should be in that square right there. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so now we need to go the other way. So we've got dirty water. We need to put in a water purifier. And then we'll just put in, do we have a medium tank left? Don't see one. Let's get ourselves a medium tank. We don't have any available. Alright, small tank it is. It's just a crew of 2. It'll work. Alright, let's cable that up. Alright, so sewage will store in there. Okay, so we're pumping sewage out. There we go. Our habitation deck is clean. Get that into waste treatment. Waste treatment will start making dirty water. There we go. And compost. Our dirty water will go up to the water purification. And that'll start making water. Alright, let's take our other loader. Actually, for right now, we're not going to load the extra water in. We don't need to. We'll stop loading oxygen because I think we're okay there. And we're not going to load water. Okay. So we've got the ship basically working. Let's install our last reactor. There we go. So now what we need to do is we need to build out our loading unloading drone system, which we should have had. Where's all of our track? Is it on the foundry ship? Let's look. Ah, we've got 16 track. We can make track now though. Start that research. What does it take to make track? Make track. Takes a frame. Is this making frames already? Yeah, that was making frames. I wonder if I sell track on this ship if he's going to charge me. Let's try. Let's see. If I sell something that we didn't produce... Man, I got a lot of stuff on this ship. Alright, let's sell that 16 track and see. Okay, he didn't charge me for that, so let's make some track and see if he charges me for that. Because we're not on that stage of the Stargate yet. That'll be the next stage. But if we can build out some track... actually, let's shut down... We don't want it to manually pull out of there. Install... Alright, we're just going to pull that track off of there. And we're just waiting for our Stargate resin. Okay, so new ship should now be able to buy all that track. Alright, let's buy that track. Okay, it offloaded that. Stargate frame is... Why are you floating there? Okay, so let's... Actually, let's just use up the frames that we... Extra frames that we have, so... Alright, we can pull that off. I think this is in mid... So let's go ahead and... I'm going to turn this back on briefly. I want that to place that. And then we're going to go ahead and... Actually, no. With nothing going into that, it'll be fine. Okay. Okay, we're building track there. Let's go ahead and rename this ship. I'm not feeling highly creative in my naming today, so we'll just name it Mining. Good enough. Okay, so what do we need to do with this ship? We need to load drones and we need to unload stuff. So we can make those our loaders. Those are our unloaders. We're going to need some more arms though. So let's go ahead and buy... four more. I don't think we're going to have enough track to do this, but we'll get at least a start of it. We'll stick with that for right now. Okay, so here's what we have. We have our loaders. So let's go ahead and... How many drones do we have? We have 5. So we'll say put a drone there, put a drone there. So what I want to do is run track down to here and then offload to here. Right, so let's go ahead and build this the way I might have to put it up here for now. We'll put it there if we want to. Let's check. Let's check how our track making is coming. Maybe we do have enough track to do this. How much have we... Oh, yeah, we've made 13 track already. Alright, sell it all. How are we doing on resin? 147. Let's check our resin ship. How's it doing? Yeah, we're collecting plenty of stuff. It's just a matter of... Alright, let's sell 50. And we'll pay our partner. And they should be offloading track over here. Yep, sell, sell, sell. Sell all that track. And then over here... buy the rest of it. Actually, do we want to combine these? We could run... Yeah, let's do that. Let's run... Actually, that won't work. Let's dismantle that. There we go. And we need to dismantle that. Alright, this one's going to be a lot longer. You know what? Let's just put it in like this. We'll call this version 1. I've made far more complex. If you want to see some crazy auto smelting things, check out my other playthroughs. I've got a super mining ship in that one. Okay, let's see. Fuel tanks. Oxygen is looking loaded up. Water is slowly being populated. We have food. I believe this thing is ready to mine. What are we still sitting on? We got an extra loader, extra document. Oh, batteries. Let's get the batteries in place. Ooh, where do we want the batteries? Let's put them in there. Pick up a couple more batteries. And we'll sell our docking port. There we go. Batteries are charging. I think this beast is almost ready to mine. Okay, so let's check our Stargate project. Next phase, we're going to need track, robot arms, and tilium crystals. So let's check what that takes. Track, I know, takes metal. Robot arms. Robot arm. 2 frames and motors. So that takes copper. So what are we sitting on right now? We're sitting on lots of copper. So I'm not worried about copper. We've got some metal intermixed in there, but not a ton. So we're going to need some thallium. And we're probably going to need some metal. I do want to check. I see a lot of... Yeah, we have a lot of just stuff sitting. So let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit, though. Let's keep the reactor. Keep the batteries. We don't need the tanks. Don't need the oxygen loaders. Keep the thrusters. I kind of want to keep the arms. We do have a bunch of extra solar panels. Okay, we're not sitting on as much extra stuff as I thought. Okay, so we're waiting for Stargate resin. And we're waiting for our next Tiddlet mission. Let's get the mining ship mining. See if it actually works. Or if we need to work on it. Okay, so let's find ourselves some metallic minerals. That'll work right there. It's not going to be slow, but it's not going to be fast. Right? It's got the one simple, single little engine. There go our drones. Okay. So it is mining. Let's check our power. Actually, our batteries are holding, it looks like. Yep. We're capping it out, but the firing takes a big jump. So if you look at this, it jumps up to 414. We can produce 400, but between our reactors fill our batteries back up. So the batteries kind of act as a capacitor of sorts. So now what should be happening, let me back out just a little bit so it's not quite so loud. Actually, I'll just mute for a second. That way you guys don't have to hear it. So now the ore is all coming in. Going onto our tracks. It gets stacked here. And they just grab it. And they should start to fill up. Like this has 5 in it. They should make these stack up to stacks of 30. Okay, we're not saturating our tracks, so this is plenty. Now, if we want to here, what we can do, let's just go ahead and, yeah, we can move up nice and tight on this one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn the audio back on here in a second. That way our drones don't have to go as far. Oh, this will work. All right. I'm going to turn your guys' audio back on there. There we go. Okay. Let's jump our cruiser because that might trigger the next Tiddlet mission. Because I think there's supposed to be a third phase. If not, we'll go do Black Hole Sun. And we're kind of just waiting on the Stargate resin. We're at 173. Is there anything I can do to make that go any faster? I mean, we could put in a... Actually, let's go ahead and up our game here a little bit. Let's just add 2 more chemical labs. Because we've got an overage, right? We're sitting on too much stuff. So we can actually fire up 2 more chem labs, and I don't think that will... Yeah, our reactors aren't even running at half power right now. So I think we'll be okay. Okay, this tank is empty, so let's go ahead and dismantle that, dismantle that. Actually, we can... We still got them in their suits, so we can let them take their suits off. Actually, I should have just left that medium tank there, because we can turn it into a second fuel tank. There we go. Now we got 2 fuel tanks. Let's take all that storage out. And we'll just turn it into fuel storage. Okay, let's go ahead and install our 2 bright and shiny new chemical labs. Power them up. Alright, so how much resin is this made? 892? Is that 862? I think so. Alright, let's see. Stargate resin. Stargate resin. Should be that bottom slot. Distance learning. The fleet all has pretty much, they can communicate simultaneously with everybody. So we just have incoming hails, although both of these ships are mine, so they can just talk to each other. But yeah, I can just jump from anywhere in this sector anyway. Actually, speaking of, which one is it? Actually, it is the gas collector. There we go. Do we have enough stuff? Yeah, we've got enough stuff to sell. What are we up to? 178. Alright, so let's sell off. Oh, we can sell off another 50. Pay our share to our benefactor. Okay, so we are just 72 away from kicking off the next part of the Stargate. Oh, we need to do this. Isotopes. That's on... Let's see where we're at on that. That should be on here. So let's go ahead and sell those off. Yeah, we have 51. So we'll just sell those off. And that'll finish off the isotopes. Yeah, they only need 50. We sold 51. Perfect. Are these off? Yeah, that's off and that's off. Alright, let's go ahead and put our chem lab back in here. I'm going to keep the refineries in place for right now. You know what? Let's just stick it right up there. And short arm there. Alright, if I did that correctly, we should be able to start making FTL charges again. Let's see. Okay, so we want to say Tilium crystals go right there. There we go. Got another message. What is that? We're not done, so I'm not sure what this is. Notice we're making a small fortune from all of this. Truth be told, I'm not really doing this for the revenue. I already have more than I can ever spend, but I'm running out of time. The doctors have made that clear to me. Uh-oh. I've been around quite a few years. I've had my share of success, built my empire, my fortune. I live a comfortable life, but I find myself thinking more and more about what I want to do with the time I have left. I just want to be the first at something huge. The first person to visit another galaxy. Alexander James Ellistar. That's the name that people would remember. Oh, so that's just kind of cool. So it's flavor, right? Like, it's not part of the mission. We're still working on that. Alright, our FTL charge comes out. Should jump off of there. Crew will grab it. Put it away. Okay. This is back up and running. So let's go ahead and... I guess until we get a call about Tiddlets or the next part of the Stargate project, we can go ahead and go get Black Hole Sun started. I don't think there's anything new in Black Hole Sun. Alright, let's check on our mining ship. How's it doing? Okay, that's Black Hole Sun, so... 9 left, okay. Let's go back to our ship. Greetings, Captain. My name is Dr. Martinez, and I'm reaching out to ask for your help. This is a great background as well. Hold on. We got to capture this one. Let's get through the conversation. Can I do... Let's see if I can do this before the conversation ends. Yeah, okay. Let's move our ship out of the way. There we go. Apologies for the stream, but I want this background. Alright, that'll work. I am going to load Photoshop in the background while we're playing here. Okay, let's go back. Alright. For years now, my brother and I have been studying the high-energy particle emissions in orbit of the black hole you see behind us. Its official designation, QZ247, the collapsed remnants of a star that lived a couple of billion years ago. An accident with our equipment has left my brother in dire need of rescue, and I need your help. Okay, it might get a little choppy here. Photoshop is loading in the background, but... Okay, cool. I'm going to wait a second. We'll accept that in here once I get this screenshot saved. This is not going to make my computer happy. Photoshop is a resource hog. But it'll just take a second. It will be interesting to see. The one complaint I have about this Black Hole Sun mission is I don't think they give you enough context to understand the ramifications of your decisions. So we're going to pay special attention to that this time. We're going to make sure that we're looking for the clues, because I know the outcomes, right? Like I've played through the Black Hole Sun mission a few times, so I know what the outcomes are. So I just want to see if, in hindsight, if I could have seen them or not. But again, but it's an alpha game. You know, everything I ever say is mostly just a desire to give feedback to improve the game. It's not necessarily a criticism. A lot of the things I say, they very well might already have on their like, yes, it's on our to-do list. We just haven't gotten to it yet. So I completely understand that. Okay, let me see. Let's paste this in, make sure it works. Oh, yes, that looks beautiful. We'll save. and then we'll get back to Black Hole Sun. Actually, it's funny. In my, I think my single ship playthrough that I did, Black Hole Sun was one of my, I think, the highest watch time videos or streams. Don't know why. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're still cooking up that resin. Thank you for offering your services, Captain. The Stargate project funded our research from the beginning. They buy all the data we collect. The closer they travel to the event horizon, the more data our sensors receive. Every mission, we push ourselves to go closer. So this is also how the data collectors for the anomaly playthrough works, where you've got kind of the thing expanding across the map. The closer you are to it, the more data you gain. The last time we pushed a little too far, my brother Marcus took the sensor ship, flew closer than we've ever before, right to the edge, closer than anyone has ever been. I've lost contact, and he's been down there for a long time now. He's still showing on the sensors, and his ship is still intact. The gravitational forces and tide dilation will be extreme, but with your help, we're going to rescue him. There's only one way to get him without falling into the black hole ourselves. We're going to have to do an extremely short hyperspace hop. Using a modified FTL drive, you will do one hop towards the black hole, rescue my brother Marcus, then turn around and hop right out. It will be dangerous, but it will be the only way to avoid being dragged in ourselves. I need materials to synthesize the resources we need. You can help me with that while I work on calculations. I'll need hyperspace isotopes. You should be able to collect them easily enough, but you'll need to acquire a hyperspace scoop first. We have 3. Acquire hyperspace scoop, done. Collect hyperspace isotopes, 1200. Unload hyperscopes into containers. Bring those materials to me, and we can move on to phase 2. Okay, let's go ahead and set ourselves up for that. So we have got 5,000, so we're well above the amounts we'll need. Let's go ahead and change our storage situation here. Hyperspace isotopes. You said we needed 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. And then what we will do is we are going to... we'll dismantle that loader. And then we'll just start pulling them out here. Looks like you have a hyperspace scoop. You can use this to gather the hyperspace isotopes I need. You'll need to install a scoop forward facing in front of your ship, then collect the pipe output to a storage tank. Done. Scoop works only when you're in hyperspace, so you'll need to gather isotopes for over a few jumps. You've collected some okay, so it's giving us credit for all the stuff we've already done. You collected some hyperspace isotopes in a tank. You'll need to pump them into containers so that we can easily move between ships. Buy a loader from the trade outpost. So probably should have done this a lot sooner, because it will, again, they make these missions very tutorial-like, which I do like. Connect the pipes, set the loader to unload. Okay. So let's go ahead and install our loader. And we'll just stick it right there. And then we'll pipe it into that. So we've got 2 systems here. We've got the stable, which are refined, and the raw ones here. And then it seems to think we already have... that's Metreon gas, refined Metreon gas. Okay, there. Cleaned out. We probably had a half of a bottle somewhere. So, okay. So let's go ahead and start unloading these. It actually goes pretty quick. You know what? We have enough in there, and it's not going to make us... yeah, it's not going to make us do the jumps. It just wants them, so... okay, while that's going on, let's check on the mining ship. Alright, we're almost out of metallic there. There's a lot more metallic there. And some metallic there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we will go ahead and just sell off 56 of these. And what that is going to do, that's going to back up our belt. So you'll notice now, as soon as this shuttle gets here, they're going to... We've only got 2 people on this ship, right? It's going to take them 25 trips apiece to unload all of that. So what's going to happen is our belts are just going to get backed up here while they get that done. That's okay. Gas collector's low on fuel, so let's go ahead and also we can buy some fuel. We don't need all that fuel. How much fuel do we have? 19,000. That'll double our fuel. Oh, actually, no, this is the mining ship. Ugh, okay, well, that's fine. Gas collector needs fuel. How much does it have? 1,900. So we're selling fuel here. So he knows there's 558. So how much can we hold on this ship? About 18,000. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's another 36. We can hold about 54,000 fuel comfortably on this ship. So let's go ahead and 10, 50, 20, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We'll buy 60,000. Okay, I think we have everything we need here. Yeah, I need to get to my ship, buddy. Sorry. Nope. There we go. Okay, we want to go ahead and we'll load this back in. And then once that canister disappears, we'll stop it. Let's load that back in. And then stop it. Okay. You've gathered the materials I need. Bring them to me on my ship to complete the contract. Okay, I am going to make a quick change here, though. Oh, can I get to it? I want to flip this one around so that I can see the tanks easier. I'm sending a shuttle your way now, Captain. Get your crew to load the hyperspace isotopes for me. Will do, my friend. Alright, let's put this loader in this way so it's easier to see the tank. Okay. Actually, I think we're done on resin. Let's go ahead and go check the gas collector. We should be able to sell. Let's just sell it all. And then let's go ahead and... I don't know what we're going to do with this ship, to be honest. We'll just let them sell the resin, because that'll finish that. I don't think we need any more down the road. Let's look. Hyperspace isotopes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need more, so... Thank you, Captain. I now have what I need to modify this FTL drive for the short-range hop. I'm going to take some time to prepare the calculations, leave things to me, and I'll call you when they're ready for the next phase. Alright, let's go ahead and pop back to our main sector just to help trigger things. Then let's go see how messed up we've made our mining ship. It's catching up. I think because we mined out the minerals, so that's fine. Ooh, that scared me a little bit. Let's get ourselves a save in place here. It's acting a little funky. Hopefully it was nothing major. Alright. That's all sold. Let's see. We're going to need some Tillium eventually. How much of that do we need? I think we already have that. So that's all going to be part of the foundry ship. So let's go ahead and we'll buy all that metal. How much track did we end up making? Oh, not much more. We used up all the frames, so. Okay, so this is now just sitting idle. Let's go ahead and stop that. Stop that. Then we'll reconfigure these lines for the next phase when we get there. Alright, let's do a round of checking here. Sell fuel. Gas collector, what do you have sitting here? You know, it doesn't hurt for them just to make money, so. Oh, we still have 2 Stargate resin. Oh, it still hasn't moved it? I think they're still moving stuff around on this ship. Yeah, they're still selling that stuff. Okay. Mining ship. Alright, if there's anything else we want to mine while we're over here, what do we need? More metallics. Oh, we got some Tillium down here. We could do some Tillium mining. Copper. I think we have a ton of copper. I think we'll just let it sit idle for now. I don't really see anything. I mean, we could pull precious and just get money for it, but. Well, that's probably going to answer our question for us. Alright, let's turn off gathering and mining. What do we have hidden down here? Yeah, let's just park it. We'll park it here. And we'll just pull precious ore out of here because we can just sell it for money. I know, I'm about to answer the phone. Alright, and we'll go ahead and sell off the rest of our metallics. Alright, I lost my... There it is. Captain, my modifications to the FTO driver are now complete. We are ready now for phase 2 of my brother's rescue. Please come to see me and I'll explain what we need. Oh, we are all done, Captain. That was an incredible display of industrialized power. There's nobody even close to us in the marketplace, and we basically are the Andromeda Project. They need us now. I'll resume control of the... I don't like this part, but... And the gas collector. Holy cow. Let's take another break. So let's make sure that we have sold off, or I've already lost them both. So okay, I think we got everything sold there. I don't think I can get... Oh, there's the foundry. Yeah, hopefully we got the money. You should know that my doctors continue to bring me bad news each time I talk to them. While I don't know how long I have left, this will be my final project. I just hope I have time to finish it. Alright, well, we got it back pretty quick the last time, so we'll work on Black Hole Sun while we're waiting for the Tiddlets and the Stargate project. Because again, once we get the steps, I think we can fly through the rest of them. Our industrial base is set up. And I'm hoping, in his dying wishes, he just gives me all the ships that I've been putting all this money into. We will see. Thanks for coming. I've completed work on the modified FTL drive using those radioactive hyperspace isotopes you provided. With this FTL drive, you'll be capable of performing an extremely short-range FTL hop to close proximity to the black hole. You'll emerge directly on top of my twin brother's ship and perform the rescue. You'll need to make 2 jumps, 1 in and 1 out. I've checked and double-checked the calculations. I'll need you to make 2 FTL charges that work with the modified FTL hop drive. Sure. I'll need quite a lot of Tillium crystals for the FTL charges. Tillium ore can be mined for just about the asteroid belt in the system, just about any asteroid belt in the system, but you will need a mining laser to do so and drones to collect the material. You'll need a smelter to process the ore into Tillium crystals. I have most of the equipment you'll need here. If you dock with my ship, I'll send it over. Take those mining lasers and the drones and find an asteroid belt and some Tillium deposits. Point the mining lasers at the Tillium and use the drones to collect the minerals. Once you have mined the resource, you'll need to refine it into Tillium crystals using the smelter I've provided. Alright, well, let's see how much of this is going to make me do and how much of this is just going to give me credit for. Because I think we are already sitting on all of the resources that we need. I do like his ship, though. It's kind of cool. Oh. We must have slid off our docking marks. We're now going to learn how to mine and collect resources from asteroids. So, in the final version, again, this is alpha. I think it would make more sense for these missions to have prerequisites to each other. Like, we've been doing mining and manufacturing and everything for the Stargate project long before, this tutorial would have been, or we've done that. We would have needed this tutorial a long time ago. So we'll go through it here real quick. Make sure to undock from any other ship from the tactical screen. Now open your sector map. Look at the rocks on the map. These indicate asteroid belts. Fly to a system in the asteroid belt. It will probably contain Tillium ore. Yeah, we'll just go back home, I guess. I know there's Tillium there. We've mined it before. Although we'd probably need some Tillium, actually. This system seems to have asteroids containing Tillium ore. Fly close to them. Alright, let's see which one looks like a good candidate. We don't want one with other stuff. Oh, this one isn't bad. This one was 6. Let's park ourselves right there. The world's fastest mining ship. Look at it go. Ah, perfect. Just within range. This system seems to have... Okay. Oh, you want me closer? There we go. You can see the range of the mining lasers by hovering over them. Mining lasers will fire at mineral patches in their field of view. Target the Tillium patch by clicking on one while having the mining laser selected. You need to make sure that gathering materials is enabled in fleet orders. right click on the smelter and select Tillium. Alright, let's turn mining on as well. Alright, we're set for precious metals right now, so I'm going to mute the sound so you guys don't have to hear that. Let's see, storage, Tillium ore, and Tillium ore. Now wait for your smelter to smelt the Tillium ore. We are up and running. Well done, you have produced refined Tillium. Oh, did I dismantle something here? I'm missing a robot arm. Okay. Install. Alright, let's get a little bit away from here. We'll let that run. Greetings, Captain. I'm a representative of the Stargate Project. Oh, this is part of Black Hole Sun, I think. We heard about your involvement with the Martinez rescue mission, and we wanted to offer our support. The twins have been hugely important to the project from the beginning, and the data they have provided has enabled many of our biggest advancements. When the accident occurred, the younger twin Marcus was collecting vital data on the black hole QZ-247, data that is simply impossible to acquire by any other means. Data that we need to complete the Stargate. Their entire operation is funded by us, so I am sure you believe us when we say that their safe rescue is very important to us. But just as important is the recovery of the data that remains trapped on Marcus's stricken vessel. We see no reason why you can't rescue both Marcus and the critical science data at the same time. If you can recover our data during the rescue, we will pay a substantial bonus. Think it over. We'll be in touch. Alright, so that's the first hint that there is a thing going on there. Alright, let's go ahead and move ourselves up a little closer. Actually, if I do, let's do this. That way we're not facing into the asteroid field and we have a little more control over what we mine. There we go. And now our drones are right in the middle of it. It looks like you have enough Tillium crystals. Bring the Tillium crystals back to me to close the contract. Alright, how many does he want? He wants 60. We're going to go ahead and mine here a little bit longer. Because we want some Tillium crystals to make FTL charges, which we have 63, so I guess we don't need a ton. Let's go ahead and we'll shut this down after it makes the next one. Oh, that's cool. It put it in, but then took it back out because it was off. So that's kind of cool. It cleans out the machine. Alright, once we mine this out, that should give us enough. Yeah, we'll have enough in storage. Oh, what are you guys off collecting now? Other stuff. Alright. Shut down. Come on, drones, get back in the ship. Alright, rock and roll. I'll send the shuttle to collect the Titanium crystals. Thank you, Captain. Oh, there comes the shuttle. Oh, we're out of storage on our mining ship. Alright, let's go ahead and sell. Excellent work, Captain. I'll begin synthesizing the FTL charges immediately. It will take me a little while. I know the Starship project has been in touch, and I know they want their data. I get that, but let's remember the priority is safely recovering my brother. Sometimes they take people for granted. I'll contact you when I'm ready to begin the rescue. Alright, let's jump back here. Because what we'll do is we will collect that precious ore, and we will go ahead and just refine it and sell it for money. Not that we need it. We've got 8 million. Alright, so here's what happens if your drones get blocked, right? So what's happening right now is I've only got 2 people on this ship. And so they're not moving stuff from here, right? They're doing these jobs. Now, occasionally they will. But it's backing up the belts. So now the drones are just sitting here waiting their turn because there's no room. In my automated ship, these I'd have arms offloading into smelters and all kinds of stuff. But what's going to happen here is it's just going to sit here and harvest this ore, right? It'll create an ore cloud. You'll see this in, I don't want to call this a bug. Oh, actually, it's pretty clean right now. You'll sometimes see this where a ship, an NPC ship, will harvest out a section, and you'll just see a cloud of ore around it, and you can go and take it all if you want. It's time, Captain. I've everything prepared. With your help, we can finally rescue my brother. Travel to a black hole. Alright, so what we're going to do, we'll do that in a second. So what's going to happen here is... Oh, have we recovered? Things are moving again. Now, as soon as... Let's go ahead and speed up to 10 here. As soon as we get their jobs done, which is to offload all this ore, you'll see the arms will catch back up. Or the crew will catch up here. Okay. So now you can see the arms are offloading, because as soon as they move one of these... Like if we look at this top arm, as soon as he moves this top one here, like it'll start putting ore down, and it can keep stacking ore in that spot because it's not a full stack yet. So it doesn't take long to get this relatively recovered. Okay, before we leave though, we are going to do the same thing over here. Except now we're going to buy that precious ore. So that's all the ore we just mined. So we spent almost 600,000 on that. And then we're going to go ahead and set our smelter up here to smelt precious ore. And we'll change that auto loader. Now this one will go a little faster because we've got 5 people on this ship. So it won't take them as long to offload all that ore, right? You know, with 2 people it took longer. They might have to walk a little farther. We'll see once they start to fill the storage up here. But they should be able to grab all this relatively quickly. So in the background, while we're doing the other missions, we'll just let this ship process this ore since we've already got the smelter. Now, if I still had access to the mining, the foundry, I'd probably set that up to do most of this smelting, but for now we'll just do this. All right. So, spoiler alert, we're about to go into this mission. I'm not 100% sure which way I want to play. I've always kind of done it life over data. I've never done a playthrough. You know what? I need to do my pirate playthrough, because in the pirate playthrough, I think I would be okay with saying, no, we must get the data, because I think that might forfeit his twin's life. So we'll probably still play this as the helpful people. Hyperspace modulators and the FTL fuel is already loaded. You'll be performing the rescue using my ship, using my modified FTL drive that has already been installed on board. This has been a long time coming, Captain. I've been working on this rescue for years. Time dilation effects of the black hole mean that only a few hours will have passed for my brother. It will be a surprise to him to see how much he has passed when you bring him out. So yeah, look at his avatar picture here and his brother. They're twins, but they're aged definitely differently. Row the plane one last time. You'll perform an incredibly short-range hyperspace hop, and you'll emerge directly on top of my brother's ship. Dock with his ship, rescue him, and then get out of there. Hop in, rescue, hop out. Jump to the dock. Rescue. Once you take control of my ship, you'll find the location of Marcus programmed into your sector map. Be jumping directly into the black hole. You should expect turbulence. You won't have long. Be quick, and you can jump out of there when you're done. Good luck, Captain. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so control Julian's ship. This is a cool little design. So you've got your engine, a chem lab, 2 refineries, gas collector. So I'm going to guess... Yeah, so this is making fuel, right? Now, I don't see... Okay, there's a fuel tank. So they do have, your nacelles here are basically fuel creating nacelles, and then it stores it over here, so... Greetings, Captain. Good luck with the rescue. Remember, the data on board Marcus' ship is extremely valuable to us. You'll need Marcus to transmit the data from his console before you can complete the rescue. Losing data will set the Stargate project back years. All right. Are we ready? But yeah, I like this design. Hyperspace scoops up here in the front. Collecting isotopes, and this has the capability of creating FTL, so you just need the Tillium crystals. FTL drive right in the middle. Spacesuit charging, lots of thrusters, very maneuverable ship. Hyperspace sensors in the back. Yeah, it's a compact, cool little design. It does not... Oh, yep, there it is. Docking port on that side, drones on the other. Very, very cool little ship. I like this one. Oh, the black hole's getting bigger. That's cool. Ooh, do I want this as a background? Nah, I don't think so. So look at his avatar, right? Younger twin. I was beginning to think you wouldn't be coming. I've been down here for hours. Dock your ship with mine, Captain, and tell me when you're ready for me to come on board. Please hurry. Stargate data. I can send that, Captain, but you'll have to give me a few minutes to access the data and set up the transmission. Why can't I don't know why the auto drive stuff's not working, but we'll do it manually. Like I said, this ship is stupid amounts of maneuverable. Okay, so if you look up online, there's different rewards from different people. From the Stargate project, from this guy, based off of how much data you collect. My ship is falling apart from the gravitational forces, Captain. I've sent the data that I can. Please hurry and get me off the ship. Okay, so you could request more data. It's like 30, 60, 90, something like that. The more data you get, the more you get money from the Stargate project, the less you get from his brother, from a financial thing. And then there's the moral. Oops. All right, we have to go back and find that. Request more data. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've messed something up here. All right. Let's see if we can get back into... I've lost the option to rescue him. Oh, because I think we undocked. Okay, we got undocked. I'm not sure what I did there. Get ourselves docked back up here. Ship is touchy. The downside of being so maneuverable. There we go. All right. No storage for precious ore. All right, we'll deal with that in a minute. I'm on board, Captain. Get us out of here. Ooh, that was close. I'm glad you made it, Marcus. Let's see. Sell precious ore. Okay, that's 1.1 million. So again, same. We're having the same issue here, right? So what happened? You notice that the cloud is a lot less now because they gathered all that ore. This thing doesn't have enough power to make the jump, but... Okay, so look at old guy. Marcus, thank God. Young... What took you so long? I was down there for hours. Wait, how long has it been? You were so close to the event horizon, the temporal distortion was huge. I've been working on your rescue for a long time, Marcus. How long? You've been down there for 10 years. It was really close. I can't believe the risk the captain made you take for that data. You could easily have been killed. I spent the best part of a decade planning this rescue. I don't appreciate you risking it all in the crucial moment. I didn't think you'd take that kind of risk with his life. Thank you for your efforts. The contract is closed. Well, that was a mid-tier thing, I think, because we did get to 30. I think if it's under 30, you get the... I'm very, very happy. I'm not too worried about it, because honestly, the next time they do an alpha, we'll probably start over again anyway. He's not going to be happy. We would have preferred all of it, but we appreciate it. So, okay. This is kind of cool. We get to see the mid-tier version. Next time, we'll do the full-on money-hungry person, but... Scale according to the volume of data received. So again, people have figured out the ideal, like if you want to just get the most money and stuff like that. I'm not worried about the money. We have plenty. All right, let's go ahead and jump back here. So we'll give it a little bit here, but unless we get another Tiddlet mission, or maybe we got all of the Tiddlet missions, or the next stage of the Andromeda project, really the only other thing that we could check out would be combat, but I have to build a whole new ship for that. Okay, but here, let's go ahead and look. We haven't even mined out all the ore yet. Let's see how the mining ship is doing. They're slowly offloading it. Alright, let's go ahead and we will... So we've only made 20 of these, right? That's already 340,000. And we'll buy back the precious ore that's been there. So this is only going to cost us 68,000. And we still have all this ore to still process. So this takes 2 precious ore and makes a precious metal. So let's do a little test here. All items, precious. Right, so 2 precious... Oh, that's cool. That's what we want to see. 2 precious metal is 13,000. That makes 1 precious ore, which is 40,000. So that's how much we're making for refining it. Captain, there have been several developments. Okay, the rest of the Tiddlets, with the Tiddlet research program, we are in need of a competent Starship pilot once again. Please visit us in the Institute of Interstellar Life Forms and I can tell you more. Cool. I was hoping we'd get that. Alright, how's the mining ship doing? Alright, so you see they're catching back up. What are we waiting for here? Sometimes it gets confused when you have this many ships doing the buying and selling in the same system. Let's see, let's sell fuel. And then that is a ship I no longer have access to, even though it's mine. Nah, it's not technically mine, but... Let's see, how much ore can we grab? Alright, we'll offload this, or actually we'll load this, and then we'll go ahead and make our jump. Yeah, for some reason it didn't... It sold some of our Artilium crystals, but... Did I have them on another ship somewhere? Maybe it tried to sell those? It does that sometimes, I think. Alright, well... We're going to go ahead and jump and we'll sell them later. Once you go into jump... Yeah, I think they got confused here, so... Alright, part 3, the trouble with Tiddlets. The work continues, Captain. There is so much more to these Tiddlets than we realized. Regrettably, Professor Toppenberry has been forced to take a leave of absence from the stress of his work. We know how they reproduce now, and we know their limits. During hyperspace travel, 3 of them will telepathically reproduce. We're not quite sure yet how long it takes for their children to grow up. However, we notice they hop at exactly the same time their parents do. This isn't important, but I thought you might find it amusing. As you've already seen, their experience hyperspace shock is if they've already been in hyperspace travel for too long. If they've been in hyperspace travel for too long. but the key to the final stage of their life cycle. We know if we expose them to hyperspace shock, their telepathic energies are so strong that a small crystal is formed in their final moments. We've been studying these crystals we've recovered so far. They resonate in subspace in a way we never seen before. Some of these crystals are entangled at the quantum level and resonate together. Apply a signal to one and another responds instantly across any distance. There are so many potential applications. So on to business. There's a scientific by Dr. Julian Martinez in the nearby system. He had a moment of fame recently after doing a rescue of his brother. Oh, so we had to get that done to trigger this. Interesting. He has a ship for sale that we believe will be of some use. Travel to the noble doctor and buy his ship. He wants 1 million credits, which is ridiculous. He thinks his invention is worth that. Negotiate with him, knock that price down, and I'll wire the funds directly to him. If you can improve his offer, then I'll pay you 20% of the savings as a bonus. Okay, so if we would have been... This is interesting. If you are nicer to the doctor, if you rescue Marcus sooner, I wonder if you get a better price. That's interesting. Well, we're about to find out how upset he is with me. Or if you kill his brother, you might get a horrible price. I do like his ship, though. Hello, Captain. How have you been? Things have been tough here. Marcus has been in and out of the hospital since we rescued. He has burns all over his body and took quite a serious dose of radiation. Of course, you already know that because it happened while he was uploading your data. I hope it was worth it for you, Captain. I can't bear to be on board any longer. The price is 1 million, but I suppose you did help to build the hop drive, so I'll let you have it for 800k. Alright, let's check something here. I don't think I saved anytime soon enough. Oh, actually. What's that autosave? How long ago was that? Let's find out. Oh, no, this is buying a ship, so that just happened. Well, I think I messed that up then. I don't think I have any other... Nope. Alright. Well, we'll just continue. Like I said, I think we're going to get plenty of playthroughs. So I'm going to guess that if you kill his brother or don't rescue his brother, this will be higher. If you... What I normally do is just rescue his brother and forget about the data. This will be lower, but... Good work, Captain. That's a good price. I'll send you the funds to Dr. Martinez. You earned a sales bonus of 40k. Please bring the ship back to the Institute and let us put it to work. Let's rock and roll. But we could probably do a test one night if we wanted to. So if you're interested in seeing all three... no, because we have to get way into the... No, we could probably just do Tiddlets and Black Hole Sun relatively quickly and see what the differences would be. Because if we do all the Tiddlet missions and then jump over and do Black Hole Sun, then we could do a save... And then try all three versions relatively quickly. So We found during your excellent field work that the Tiddlets will still reproduce even with an incredibly short FTL jump. The chip you just purchased has specifically modified a field drive. We can use it to make very short jumps and trigger the hyperspace reproductivity process among Tiddlets. We want you to pair the hop drive ship with our Tiddlet farm vessel and activate this short-range hop. You won't even need to leave the system. If our calculations are correct, we should see an instant result. Tiddlet farm. Okay, this is all new. Alright, short hopper. How is this ship? Okay, it's got FTL, so they've stocked that up. It's got some fuel. Tiddlet farm. Can I look inside the Tiddlet farm? It's got fighters. This is a feature that is not available in the game. Alright, short hopper. That's a weapons platform. Is that the Tiddlet farm? Oh no, that's the Tiddlet farm. Okay. Don't think I can see inside of that either, but... Oh, we can see inside it now. Okay, so they got the scientists. They got all the little science things. Air ducts. Plenty of reactors. Lots of fuel. Only 2 engines. 4 docking ports for some reason. Oh, there's another docking port. 5. 6 docking ports. Telepathic sensor station. Oh, is that just more of these? Yeah, it's just more of these. So evidently you can put them in the wall as well. More. They got supercomputers, batteries, air reprocessing, CO2 scrubbing. Do they run... Wow, they got the oxygen pipe running all the way down the side of the ship there. And then they've got boxed Tiddlets, so. Alright, let's see what happens. Excellent, it's working as I knew it would. Give us 3 more hops, Captain. Alright, let's rock and roll. Load it up. How's the Tiddlet farm doing? I don't like the potential next stage of what's about to happen here, though. I have a feeling they're going to take this ship on a long hop and farm these crystals. I knew this would work. We can battery farm the Tiddlets in huge quantities right here in this system. Keep going. We need more. Battery farm 500 Tiddlets. Should be one more hop. More! See, it already says zero dead on board. Oh, did we lose control of the Tiddlet farm? No. Let's fried the hop drive. Not great given what we paid for it. No matter, I'm certain my engineers can repair it. In any case, I want the hop drive to be installed on the farm ship directly. Dismantle the hop drive, Captain, and I'll send a shuttle to collect it. I want you to replace the hop drive with a conventional FTL drive for the final part of the experiment. I'll send a replacement FTL drive in the delivery shuttle. Yeah, I kind of feel like I know where this is going. Oh, the mining ship's full again. You know what, the other thing that we can do here is let's just expand that out. Then we've got more storage space. Now let's see, short hopper. Deliver the hop drive. Oh, shuttle's coming to us. Okay. Oh, did it automatically. Install the FTL drive. I do kind of hope we get to keep this ship. I kind of like it. I have a couple little changes I might make to it, but... But in general, I kind of like it. This is it, Captain. We stand on the verge of a massive achievement. Can you imagine how many crystals we can produce in just one jump? There could be hundreds. The research potentials are staggering. You know what to do, Captain. A couple of very long jumps ought to be enough. Bring them all back to me when it's done. So we don't have a choice? There we go. Captain, this is wrong. You know it is. Please don't do this. Those creatures deserve more than to be a battery farm and slaughtered. My clearances have all been revoked. They've shut me out completely. It's up to you. Please make the right choice. I'm hiding out in system X35904 is where you found the first Tiddlets near that unusual asteroid. Bring them here and be careful not to risk hyperspace shock. We're going to set them all free. There we go. Okay, so here's a choice. In the earlier alphas, you could hop around and deliver the Tiddlets to the doctor for research, or you could sell them to a pirate, which is pretty funny, for profit. Actually, we can make the jump without actually hurting them. So we got lucky there. All right, so if we jump out and kill them, we're going to play nice guys because I think this is pointing towards I need to have a ruthless pirate playthrough of this game because I've never really done that. So that might be a future playthrough. Actually, we don't want to jump the short hopper. We want to jump this ship. Oh, we have to install the FTL drive here, I guess. Oh, no. Okay, we can... Okay, let's do this. Prepare jump. Take the Tiddlet farm with us. See how many pop out. There are 600 on board right now. 1,200. Captain, thank goodness. Are they all safe? Quickly, before they figure out what's happening, I'll override the remote transceiver on the farm ship. For a few minutes, we'll be able to control it ourselves. Long enough to put an end to the horror show. Take the ship over to the asteroid. Open the docking bay doors. It's not like they're not gonna be able to find it. Where's the asteroid? Let's see how quick this ship is. Seven. Not a fast ship. With just 2 engines. But yeah, I am going to have to do a Ruthless Barbarian Pirate playthrough. Alright, well this should be interesting. Oh, that's cool. That was cool. Captain, we lost contact with our ship for a second. Where are you? You seem to have gone completely off course. My God, what have you done? Where are they? Where are my Tiddlets? Mark my words, Captain, you will bitterly regret crossing me. Grand larceny, property damage, fraud, sabotage. I'll see to it you spend the next decade in space prison for this. You and that professor. You did the right thing, Captain. That matters to me at least. I wouldn't worry too much about the threat. He knows he's operating completely illegally. There's no way the charter of deep space life permits this kind of action. As for the Tiddlets, the Doctor is sure to return and try to capture more. I'll do my best to keep them safe from him for as long as I can. You may as well keep the rescue ship. You could sell it if you need to raise some funds. I'll be in touch if I need your help, Captain. Alright, so we lost control of the Tiddlet farm ship. But that was pretty cool. Well done. Well done. Again, this was all new. This was a new missions, or new story arc. Okay, let's see. Let's consolidate our ships back into one spot. At least for the most part. Because we're a little spread out right now. Alright, let's check the mining ship. How's it doing? Almost mined out that precious ore. So we'll let that finish. Alright, so let's buy 133 precious ore. And sell 78 precious. So for 3.35, so we're at 9.9. Alright, this will take a little bit. While we're doing that, let's check out Short Hopper. Not sure what we would do with this ship. It's a cool little ship. How much can we sell it for? 3 million. Like, we just literally just made 3 million. This is a little overkill. Although, if we're going to park it, let's park it down here. It needs some batteries. It loses power on a jump, so Alright, where do we have our other ships parked? Let's take it out here with our other ships. Like, it doesn't even have the power to run its engines off of its 2 reactors. Huh, I don't know why they're... It might be just, I don't know, the way it's linked up, so let's make a slight improvement to it here. Actually, no, it doesn't have any batteries. That was just... So actually, it was doing okay. It was keeping up. Again, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with this ship, but... Alright. So I guess we're just going to let it sit here and make fuel. So if you've not seen this UI before, you'll notice we have 2 batteries. There's a line for each battery. So the more batteries you have, like when these next 2 batteries come in, you'll see a 3rd battery and a 4th battery. So you can kind of keep track of how full you are by how many batteries would be full. Now it's an overall percentage, I think. Nope, it's individual ones, but they'll all drain and go up at the same amount. Don't think it drains 1 battery at a time. So, all right, how are you guys doing? All right, well, you've mined out that asteroid, so let's go ahead and sell the rest of your ore. And we're still moving stuff up here. Alright, they've offloaded most of the crystals. Alright, so we have completed phase 3. Yeah. Phase 4 is already showing progress. I don't know if there's more story or if we're just supposed to continue here. Let's do this. Let's save game. Okay, let's see. Deep Space Industrialists, Deep Space Industrialists 2. We might be done with this story. Now driven. The Stargate project is now unlocked after completing part 1. Survival mode is now unlocked after completing Stargate phase 2. Stargate phases 4 onward are likely to be changed and reset in future alphas. Okay, so 4 onward. Let's look at where we are at. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, 4 onward. So the story that we've done so far. Okay, I will. The story that we've done so far is gotten us to phase 4, so there must be working on some other story for that. So I would say I think we've seen all the new story stuff that they've added since the Alpha 12. So we've got the 3 parts of Trouble with Tiddlets, the 2 parts of the Industrialists. We did Black Hole Sun, but it hasn't changed. And we did the Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, but that one hasn't changed either. So I think that puts us at where the new updates have gotten us to. So this might be where we kind of step away from the last Starship again. So not too bad. I like the changes. The updates have been really great. So let's take a quick look. Because I think we've seen pretty much everything but the combat. But the combat's the same. It's just the behind the scenes is different. So it's not like a lot to see. And we've seen the difference in the weapon graphics, right? Okay, so we've done the new story. Ship editor stuff, we've seen that this was a huge quality of life improvement. Being able to take out armor, take out the habitation decks without destroying your ship was so nice. The parallaxing we've seen, it's a subtle difference, but you can definitely feel it. Let's see if we have a ship, the mining ship maybe. You can see it just on the asteroid, right? The asteroid movement. And can we find an asteroid that has ore sitting outside of it? Yeah, this one is. Oh, they're kind of hard to see, but you can see the little metal floaty piece, right? Moves at a different rate. That asteroid is moving at a different rate than that asteroid. It's all moving at a different rate than the background. Again, it's one of those subtle little changes, but it adds depth to the game. So that's a cool update. But we saw that earlier. Combat and hostile forces. So while this is different, it's mostly how they're calculating the difficulty. You have seen in past playthroughs where we went up against a ship that we kind of had to cheese it a little bit to get it to work. But this is definitely a thing. They did make a change. 100% armor coverage will double the combat rating. Hostile ships now show their combat rating. There's different classes of hostile ships. Also, I don't know if it's a change. Gatling guns have always been weak against armor. I don't think they do anything against armor now. Also, the zones stay hostile. And what will happen is once you clear the zone, it'll be clear for a while, and then new ships will warp in. Let's see. Yeah, so that explains the rest of that. You can fire crew now. Fleet orders have been updated. Ship editor, sector map, background, added a dark mode. Cannot power equipment 100%. It has run out of battery charge. Then a lot of this stuff is just little tweaks and fixes. And then also shout out to the people who have contributed ships. That's kind of cool. There was one in here. Found fusion reactor. Tutorial opening scene. Yeah, I think some of these are known issues as well, but it actually puts us in a pretty good spot here. So I think we're going to call it. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the States. So I'm thinking maybe we need to jump back into Stardew for tomorrow and go ahead and maybe try to finish off winter, get our first year in Stardew done. I am running a couple of polls up in the post section of the channel. So I've got some new games, some new to the channel games. So if you want to participate in those polls, kind of let your wishes be known on what we tackle next. I think on the list is Terraria, Factoria. What else is on the new list? Brighter Shores. And another one that I don't remember off the top of my head. And then we will keep our rotation of old games going. So we've got Stardew. The Oregon Trail is the fourth one for the new games. But then we're also going to do, we'll keep playing SWTOR. We'll jump back into this as updates come. We might do a pirate playthrough. I kind of want to try that. We'll go back into Stardew. We have Planet Base, but I'm not sure there's much else for us to do there. It's a lot of rinse and repeat type of stuff. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what time we're going to go live. Depends on what I end up doing around the house tomorrow. But tomorrow I think we'll jump back into Stardew and see what we can do getting through our winter. I also want to get to the bottom of the mining cave. There's a few things that we're about to do that I think it'll be good to jump back into that. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and say goodbye for now. As always, we appreciate all the support to the channel. Here is the obligatory like, share, subscribe, comment. Happy to be a part of your gaming adventures. We do believe that gaming is something we can all contribute to in one way or another. So we will leave you as we always leave you. Go watch, play, or create something great. I will try to check my email. And, go watch, play, create something great, and have a wonderful rest of your day, night, weekend, wherever you might happen to be going. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.